Welcome to Breath Tao 6. May every inhale, exhale, breathe more life into your progression as you listen to this Breath Tao. When you complain about change, you blind yourself of the change within. The breath runs on divine timing. The breath doesn't shrink to the places you have outgrown. It harmonizes with energy that is in need of release within that current now. Giving attention to your breath gives you awareness of your own blessings. The love for yourself and spirit have the keys to transcend any blockage. Where breath goes, neural firing flows and neural connection grows. One cannot have inspiration without the inhalation. Manifesting is not dreaming and wishing. Manifesting is breathing life into the actions that will help you along your path of creation. The sound of your exhale is as holy as any mantra. You become what you understand. In any moment, we can find peace within our breath. A wise human never loses anything if it has deep connection with breath. When you follow the crowd's breathing pattern, you lose yourself. When you follow your own, you lose the crowd. Eventually, your integral oneness opens awareness to others and who are on that path. Do not fear the process of experiencing one quality breath at a time, and you will find your breath family. Notice what happens in your breath and body instead of living up in your head. Life gives clear directions when you follow your internal status. Breathing poorly is like buying everything on credit. One day you'll pay for it. If it's easier to imagine and feel more fear than the attributes helping you grow foundations in your life, It's time to breathe more life into experiences that share highest quality of excitement. Give your breath as much attention as you do your food, and you'll be 1,000 times better off. The quality of breath helps with the quality decision making with more body awareness. Every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your breathing pattern, mirroring the mechanics. The breath can guide you to break through as you break down from your ego trips. The harmonious breath reveals anger in people because the truth it emits contradicts the lie they live. The deeper the love for your breath, the deeper the love for peace. Inside your breathing mechanics is the greatest battle for peace. Take a conscious inhale and exhale between any intake of food or liquid and pay attention to how you feel. Conscious breathing while intaking builds a stronger connection with the material. Speak of unconditional love, then it is inevitable to speak of the breath, that infinite source of vitality that never leaves you and expects nothing in return. When caught in hesitation on deciding whether or not to take a conscious breath, ask yourself this: how important is my personal growth? Breath is a subtle but a powerful communicator from fight to dense properties of our everyday life. Breathe consciously first. Think later. Adapt to natural order. To breathe and know healing, you must first breathe through pain and suffering. Despite our differences, we are all connected by the breath. Despite we come from different places, we are all led by the way we utilize the breath. If you always sit in expectation, chasing past or future breaths, you're not in the present moment. The present moment contains the breath of the now. Jesus and Buddha didn't build churches or temples. They they realize that when you make each breath holy, you accept the reality that you are the holy temple. The universal creator don't write in books. It imprints on every breath you breathe, touching and leaving a mark on your heart. Follow your breath, thus follow omnipresence. History never repeats itself. The being, you, controlling the breath pattern, creating reality, always does. Cutoffs are not personal. They are spiritually healing and breath-giving. Giving awareness to the fact that everyone is breathing is to practice non-duality. If your ability to give blessings is limited, so is your ability to receive them. As above, so below. This is a subtle operation of omnipresence. Love, friendship, respect are attributes a common human yearns. Yet, these characteristics can be found within your breathing mechanics. A lot of people talk about Kundalini awakening. People barely talk about maintaining it. Breath levels is the underrated bridge to the endless experience. The most important weight you need to lose is not on the outside. It is within your breathing mechanics that allows the weight of stress into all dimensions of your being. You don't need to try to feel better. Use the breath to better yourself at the feeling, and your sense of better becomes a byproduct. Whenever you feel jailed by depression, remember, the breath is your locksmith. My breath is a sword that cuts all that is distorted within the mind to create a clear path to unlimited potential. When you feed your child junk food, slowly killing them, it causes shallow breathing. Subconsciously, they resent you because breath governs mental patterns as you dehydrate them with certain substances. They asked, "What is my favorite mantra?" I responded, "The sound of my breath that is responsible for creating all words." Even though the breath creates a path, you you still have to utilize your willpower to walk it. When a human's virtue exceeds their talent, they breathe life into their superiority. Mouth breathing puts one's mind in survival mode. Nasal breathing allows one's mind to be in a thriving environment. The less stress you feel, the easier it is to heal in every aspect of your life. Less stress allows deeper connection to breath, enhancing the quality of the healing. The breath keeps me grounded in the now age, not the old age or the new age. Ye who is stuck in dogma will never break free from forms of cycle of contradiction. Giving reverence to every breath is to acknowledge the law of abundance. The breath taught me more of unifying than vilifying. When you get this breath of truth, solution and progression will come ahead of fueling problems. Anxiety is breath without control or lack of conscious intention. Go breathe consciously at places that impaired your breathing. Shift the narrative in your consciousness. No pill from a pharmacist will ever replace fasting, real food, sunlight, breathwork, exercise, and sleep. Someone came and asked, "What's the problem with the world?" The shaman replied, "Many have severed their connection with the breath and how its patterns manifest reality." If the Most High is standing by my side, then why should I be afraid of the pestilence that crawleth? In a world where everyone is wearing a mask, it's a privilege to hear deep conscious breathing. The invaders of the earth said, "Take us to your leader." The people replied, "Avoid leaders, follow the breath." How you breathe is how your perception filters life. The way you breathe is the fuel that forms a kinetic electric pattern which determines how chemicals are converted in the body. Quality of breath is a factor in in your quality of thoughts. The power of thoughts can either cause you illness or recovery. 85% of communication is nonverbal. Breath mechanics and patterns is part of that percentage. Can you feel it in the air? The amount of breaths you take outweigh your fears. Breathe responsibly and feel its power. You had more conversations with your spirit and breath, body and mind versus any human. Natural governance over outcomes you experience is heavily dependent on your inner dialogue. Peace is a result of training your breathing pattern to process life as it is instead of chasing breaths of the future or past. Our gut is a computer system with self-modifying code, and our breath is the data. Blood makes you related. Loyalty, vibrating and breathing on the same frequency makes you family. The more gratitude you have for every breath, the more one perceives an abundance of winds. Sympathetic style of breathwork while fasting is like fighting an atomic war with a knife. You lose sustainability, creating new voids of cravings, waiting to be filled. We are all black airbenders, bending black air, space, void, pushing life into our current manifestations and experiences. You are not the best of you because we have not been exposed to the rest of you. What you consider the best is between you and your life choices. Outside opinions are irrelevant. Be one with your spirit and breath. That is how you transcend self with the ever-changing reality. Learning how to breathe less than normal allows the buildup of carbonic acid, which calms the nervous system, improves oxygen and blood flow to the brain, and gives many benefits of a high-protein diet, such pain-free mobile joints, without the disadvantages of having to eat so much. Standing your ground as much as you can. Never let the fear rule the way you breathe. Let growth rule the way you breathe, for it gives life into your passion. The breath resides in all dimensions of reality, including the void. When you sleep or dreaming, you are breathing. Breath is the string keeping all energy bodies interconnected. The more connected you are with your breath, the easier it is to break the cycle of self-sabotage. More feeling allows you to create space for more healing, detaching from addictions. Everyone is focused on nutrient deficiency. The day every school teaches frequency deficiency is the day medicine as a whole builds efficient foundation and bridges that will bring all sectors together. Being aware of your breath is a muscle. Exercise it, building strong foundations in every element of your daily life. Everything is spiritual if you think or feel otherwise. Get back to feeling more. Alchemy breathwork is more than just breathwork. It's an acknowledgement that we are breathing in more bodies than one. The quantum, emotional. There are many elements of the living breath beyond physical techniques, which is what mainstream breathwork focuses on. Even if you don't breathe at all through the nose or mouth, your pores are still breathing. Your astral body contracts. What do you think it's doing? Breathing. When reading ancient texts, see and feel in between the lines. Thank you all for sharing your breath.